Hello, students at the University of Kentucky. My name is Zach Whiteman, and you are listening to the Construction on Campus podcast. The University of Kentucky, otherwise known to students as the Harvard of the South, is a beautiful campus, one very near and dear to my heart. Growing up in Kentucky, UK has always been at the top of my list. The dorms, Memorial Hall, and not to mention the William T. Young Library are some of the beauties that many associate with Kentucky's welcoming campus. Instead, here our campus is one cluttered with construction, something many students aren't too fond of. It's hard to really get a good view on campus without seeing these shattering images of caution tape and orange fencing. Whose fault is it? It's hard nowadays to go anywhere and not see construction. It's everywhere you look in today's fast-paced, advanced society. Construction is the only way we globally can advance as a community. However, steady construction comes with its drawbacks. Constant work is loud and obnoxious to the surrounding community and affects the lives of everyone. Nowhere is this more prevalent than in the small community of college campuses. Here at the University of Kentucky, it is obvious that construction rules. On the north side of campus, the Student Center construction puts the entire campus under a shadow. This project, which started back in November of 2015, is now over 2 years running and still going. Not to mention that in January of 2018, food services will be the only part of the building opening, eliminating temporary Bowman's Den. We'll have to wait until mid-April for the complete opening of the building. No matter where you go, construction is prevalent. On the south side of campus by the Johnson Center, sidewalks are closed, forcing students to venture into oncoming traffic. There comes a time when you have to get over the building and look into the safety of students. Throughout my research, I have come to conclude that here in Lexington, on-campus construction is a nuisance, one that many people cannot overcome. College students are constantly under loads of stress from schoolwork and social issues, resulting in constant turmoil. The only way to get through said stresses is to finish the 4 years of school and get out. Construction on campus only hurts these stress levels. 18 to 21-year-old kids need nothing more but quiet work time and focus to get through college. According to a mental health study done by the Associated Press, 8 out of 10 students experience daily stress. Many professors would give an 8 out of 10 an 80%, and that is flat out unacceptable when we are talking about stress levels. I decided to get to the bottom of this statistic, interviewing students around Kentucky's campus. Here's freshman student Matthew reporting his experiences and daily life issues as he tries to settle in. How would you explain your workload here at the University of Kentucky?
I would explain it to be pretty moderate, but around midterms and I'm sure around finals it'll pick up.
Need does the university help you with this work?
There's a lot of programs that allow you to get tutoring and whatnot on your homework, or just if you need to understand the content better. So there's a lot of campus. What was that?
Do you find these campus aides to be helpful with your workload and stress?
Very helpful.
What are your thoughts when I say University of Construction?
I would have to agree. I mean, everywhere you walk, there's always something backing up and beeping and disturbing the peace.
How does this construction personally affect you?
I mean, it just doesn't let me live a peaceful day. It just is always there, and it smells bad. But at the end of the day, it'll probably be worth it.
What do you recommend Kentucky does about its abundance of construction?
Wrap it up.
What could the university do to help struggling students?
You know, I feel like if students are struggling, they're just not utilizing all the campus aids.
All right, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Matthew is just like any other freshman here on campus, struggling to get by. Stress and disturbances of peace go hand in hand. The number one reason college students say they struggle, according to Rebecca Silver of Syracuse University, is time. Students don't have enough time, and that can take its toll over a semester. She also states that 81% of those stressed students turn to alcohol and/or drugs to cope with the effect. Reading through reviews on the University of Kentucky online, I saw a constant trend. Some of the common phrases were lots of construction, tons of construction, and construction. That theme cannot happen. It shines bad light on a beautiful campus that is plagued by poor decisions in the executive's office. I'm not saying don't do construction, but the phrase, don't fix what's not broken, could go a long way here in Lexington. Having the top-of-the-line facilities is important, don't get me wrong, but when student performance declines, we have an issue. Perhaps chip away a little at a time on buildings instead of massive, all-at-once solutions. This piece-by-piece strategy will help students slowly acclimate to the new environment and, in turn, lower stress levels. Students should not have to deal with daily stress issued by something totally out of their control. College should be a peaceful place where construction is done expertly and efficiently so that students do not have to deal with the issues it provides. Throughout my extensive research, I was able to find a blog on the future construction plans on the University of Kentucky Law Building. This $56 million project, according to President Eli Capilouto, will be a new century for legal education. This project is estimated to take 2 years, which began immediately after the spring class of 2017 graduated. Come fall 2019, UK will have a brand new, top-of-the-line building here in Lexington. This 2-year beast of a project will cause numerous impacts on campus, including moving students to a pre-existing building to hold class. This downgrade and distraction to the students is one of those stressors we here as students at UK deal with. To get to the bottom of construction on campus, I decided to try my hand with the local construction workers here on campus. I met a man named Liam. Liam is a 42-year-old man who has been in the construction business his whole life, and it just so happens Liam is a proud alum of the University of Kentucky and loves his job here working on the new Student Center building. When asked about his work and student interactions, he says he hears mostly good things from students walking around campus. However, the, quote, stuck-up kids do exist, Liam says. Here's Liam, who stated that due to company protocol, asked that his voice be altered.
Thank you. What kind of things do you hear from students on a day-to-day basis when you're working?
It's mostly just short hellos, how you doing? Like sometimes people like time to time will thank you and what a good job you're doing, stuff like that. Just the little things.
Do you ever hear bad things or complaints about y'all's work?
I've heard a few stuck-up kids say a couple things under their breath and stuff, but mostly it's good-hearted, nice things.
Liam continued to explain to me that work hours on campus projects are usually early in the morning so that they can stay out of students' lives as much as possible. Liam states, "The last thing we as workers want to do on a campus that we are guests at is interfere with the students. These hours show that companies hired as work are putting forth an effort to help us as students be as worry-free as possible." I also learned that the university gives the company a deadline to be finished by and does checkups that, according to Liam, are completely random. It's not the construction company's fault that we, and speaking for the student body here, are stressed out. My interviews with students and construction workers taught me a lot about Kentucky's campus and the common stressors that UK students deal with on a daily basis. Hearing Matthew tell me about his problems on campus really helped me relate to the common problem of stress. Liam, the construction worker, on the other hand, hurt me on a spiritual level. Hearing about my fellow classmates allegedly talking down upon campus workers is heartbreaking. I know stress is often hard to deal with, but targeting people, especially people that are attempting to benefit our community, is the wrong way to go about it. Overall, my mind has now become cluttered with all types of information. Construction and stress, I now know, go hand in hand with each other. However, I am now more appreciative of the workers here on campus that 100% benefit our society and make the University of Kentucky what it is today. Thank you for listening.
Jello Beats, holla at me.